Hello and good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of our President, Ron Busby, our board staff, thank you for registering and welcome to part 2 of the branding webinar series, Image is Forever, at the Greenwood Women's Business Center. I'm Lisa Carter, Program Coordinator with the U.S. Black Chambers, fondly known as the National Voice of Black Businesses. We represent over 140 Black Chambers of Commerce and small businesses across the nation. We're guided by our 5 pillars of service, advocacy, access to capital, contracting, entrepreneurial training, and chamber development, and our mission to provide committed, visionary leadership and advocacy in the realization of economic empowerment. Before we get into today's session, take this opportunity to drop your business name, things you hope to learn throughout the series, and any burning questions you have in the chat box, and we'll address as many as possible at the end of the session. If you're unfamiliar with USBC's latest expansion, the Greenwood Women's Business Center is a monument of affluent legacy of Greenwood's historic district, interlaced with the vision of success for women-owned businesses in the community. In case you missed part 1 of our webinar series, Branding the Foundation, Ms. Lee-Jones, executive producer and co-creator of Shop Talk, eloquently discussed the foundation before the wardrobe, methods to correlate your brand with your image, and the significance of organization for a refined image. So I want to introduce to you all today, Ms. Katrina Lee-Jones. How are you doing today, Ms. Jones?
I'm doing well. How are you? Thanks for having me.
We are so excited to have you back to discuss with us the Brand Image Path to Success Part 2 series. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and have you discuss with us today.
Oh yeah, awesome. I'm so happy to be here. It's really a good place for us as a community for us to really help each other out and just give knowledge on what we know, on our skill set. So I said before, if you missed the first one, I am a small town girl. I am born and raised in Florida. And I'll tell people the real Florida, the North Florida, the Panhandle, if you are familiar with Florida, between Tallahassee and Jacksonville, and fashion and image. It's just something that I believe I was just born with it. So just a recap on session 1, I really talked about the foundation of our image, and we should know that we are our brand image #1 before anything else. I don't care what anybody tells you that say it may be superficial. It's not. You need to really present yourself in a way that people want to get to know you. I tell people all the time, it's unfortunately, no, not unfortunately, but we live in America, and unfortunately people judge you by the way that you look before you even open your mouth. And I just put it like this: when you are cruising around in a bookstore and you want to find something to read, or even a magazine, that book cover or the title of that book cover or what's on the front of that magazine is going to entice you to pick it up. So when people see you, are they enticed to have a conversation with you? Are they enticed to say, oh, what's her business, or what does she do? Because she looks fantastic, so I want to get to know her. So that's what we're really talking about, for as women to shift to know that we are our #1 brand image, even on an off day. So we will get right into it. And I've been doing this for over 20 years. I tell people I'm dating myself, but that's okay. So the path to success, images forever. And also, when I was younger, my first business card, I had images everything as my tagline. So that's so full circle right now. Over probably 30 years later, I see the same thing. Not the exact same thing, but just somewhere around there correlating. So what is brand image? If you look it up, you're going to see this definition: the impression of a product or service held by real or potential consumers. We like to say clients. We don't like to call our clients consumer, because in America we consume so many things. We're a consumer nation. So I say, why did they just make the definition simple? It is simple. Brand image is what your clients think of you and your business. I don't know why people put this definition that you got to read it 2 or 3 times. You're like, well, what are they really saying? So you need to just think about your brand image is what your clients think of you and your business, potential clients, potential partners. That's simply what brand image is. And if you have that aha moment and that click to say, you know what, I am my brand image and my image is me, everything will really take a shift in your business and how you present yourself all the time. So that's what it simply is. That definition is just too much for me. Brand image makes an impression, and it really does. For me, being a stylist, when people come up to me when I go to networking events, they always ask me, "What do you do again?" And I say, "Oh, well, um, I'm a stylist, I'm an image consultant." And it's like, "Oh, I can tell because you look like it." Well, you know what? That's the goal. That's the goal when people figure out what I do when they ask me that question. And when I tell them, they're like, "Oh, I can tell the way you look, the way you present yourself." And that's where you want to be when you represent yourself at all of these events. And I always tell people, you can't remake a first impression. You just can't do it over. You can improve on how people perceive you and see you, but your first impression is your first impression. So I say you might as well hit a home run with those first impressions because you can't get those back, and they are very important, especially in business, and especially being a black business owner, especially being a woman black business owner. Seems like we have to overachieve, and the bar has to be set really, really high for us. So we have to really be mindful of how we present ourselves and our brand image. And my next bullet point is, so your clients will create an impression of your business and brand based on many factors. It's how you dress and how your employees dress. I tell people it's real simple. When you go in Macy's, everybody has on black. You know why? Because Macy's made a decision that people dress different, even though they have all of these clothing around them. They may not be up to par. They may not know what to put together. They may know how to present themselves in a professional manner. So you know what? Our dress code is black. You really can't go wrong with that. So that means they're going to put on a black top. They're going to put on a black skirt. I'm going to put on black bottom. And of course, their lengths and all those things come into play as well. But Macy's like, they're wearing black. When you go to McDonald's, they get red shirt and khaki pants. Walmart, blue shirt and black pants or khaki pants. I'm not sure what color they wear, but you always see them in a uniform. And that if you want to do a uniform, I have another one too, Carolina Herrera. If you know who she is a designer that designs dresses, beautiful gowns, and her uniform is she has on a white top and she's going to have on an extravagant bottom. So if you want to do something in your business to give yourself a dress code, then that's fine. Whatever your logo colors are, pull from those colors because you selected those colors for a reason. So pull from those colors and say, you know what, when I go out, I want to have on a pink dress all the time. So or I want to wear pink. Or when I go out, I want to wear navy. This is my color. Navy and white is my logo. So this is what I want to do. And then that's what you want to tailor things around. If it's difficult for you, well, do that first. And I always say, you know what? You took time to do your logo. You took time to do your website. You took time to do all of these things. And sometimes the way that you present yourself goes to the wayside because you spent so much time doing that. And you don't want to do that. You want people to see you, how you are on your website, how you are on your business card, how you are in all of your marketing on social media. That's how you want people to see you. And you should never forget that. And when people say, "Oh, you don't even have to worry about how you look," that's a lie. It's not true. "Oh, well, you know what? That's doing too much." And one of my bullet points saying, "Oh, you're being superficial, where you got to look a certain way." No, you're not. I'm not telling you to go and break the bank and buy all of designer clothes. I'm not telling you to do that, but I am saying to you that how you present yourself is very important. Even on all of our Zoom meetings, even if you just look good from waist up, it's very important that you present yourself in a manner that people want to do business for you. So image is extremely important. Image is, in this case, image is everything at this moment in our business. And especially if you are a new business owner or a tenured business owner that just really want to transition and transform how you look and how people see you, you can do that as well. So just make sure that your image and what you want people to see you, you do that on a daily basis. So when you look in the mirror and when you get dressed in the morning, you should say to yourself, am I presenting myself? Am I presenting my brand how I want people to see me so that they want to do business with me? They're excited to do business with me. They're intrigued to do business with me. Then when you look in the mirror and you don't feel that way, then that means you need to shift and change some things for your brand image, because you're doing all of this work but you go out and you look disheveled. That's what I say. It's like you just look disheveled. Like, don't do that. And I have some images too that I want you to start thinking about when you present yourself. So, is this your image when you attend events? We talked about session one, the foundation of everything. Everything has to have a solid foundation. So, when you put your pants on, is your panty line showing? Or is the print of your underwear showing? Or if you showing, your back rolls and everything. Most of us have the back rolls. So are you showing those things? People may not say anything, but we all see it. When your panty line is showing and your back roll is showing, we all see it, but no one wants to say anything about it. But you know what? How about we omit people saying thing about it? How about we look in the mirror before we walk out our home, and you see your panty line when you walk out your home. You see that little back row when you walk out your home. So why don't you do something about it so nobody will have to say anything with you to you, because people are not going to say anything because it's uncomfortable. You don't walk up to a stranger and say, "Hey, I can see your panty line." You don't do that. You don't walk up to a stranger and say, "Hey, I can see your back row." People get offended by that. But most everybody look at the mirror before they walk out the home, so they already see that. So how about omit that? Invest in having some really great foundation. I mean, yeah, foundation as far as when it comes to your undergarments. You don't have to get things that are so tight that you can't breathe. That's a myth. That means you're getting that thing one or two sizes too small. For me, I have on my undergarments all the time. And especially when I'm wearing a dress. And then if I have on some long pants, I have some that I get that you can wear with pants, because I don't like the panty line showing, and that extra little back row, I don't like that either because it's not smoothing me out. So look at yourself before you walk out and invest in those. And I was telling people, I don't like to endorse a lot of things because listen, they're not giving me any money. But however, if you want to do things on a budget, I always recommend people to do, you can go to Target and you can get assets. It's owned by Spanx, so they're probably made in the same factory. So, but it's just a brand that's less, it's the same one, but it's less expensive. So go in there, go in Target where they keep the tights and all that stuff, and it says assets. $16, I believe, and $24, or the two price points for those. Just go buy one or two. You spend that on coffee in a week. So just do it, girl. You will thank yourself later, and you're gonna look smooth underneath all of those clothing. So we'll go to our next one. And then, is this your image when you attend events? So the lady with the three, she looks fine. I'm not saying that she does not look good, but she just looks okay. And for our brand and our image, we want to look better than okay. We want to look fabulous. We don't want to look ordinary. My tagline for my business is where fabulous replaces ordinary. I'm not saying that you got to be extravagant and do all this stuff, but we don't want to look ordinary. You know, when we walk in the room, we want to own it. We want people to be curious about who is she or what's her business. I just want to even just have a conversation with her to see what does she do. I just want to know what she does. So I want you to keep that in mind as well, because business casual is so lax in so many areas in so many states. It's almost kind of like people are confused on what business casual is. So the young lady with the tube top and the sheer blouse, like all of those pieces that she has on, it looks great. It looks great separately, but do you want to wear that to a business networking event? I would say no. You don't want to wear that to a business networking event. I wouldn't even wear that to a business networking event. And I'm the person that's coming in, wants you to hire me to be your stylist. I wouldn't even wear that to an event. I would wear that out to a social, maybe with my friends and hanging out. But for business casual, I wouldn't do that. I think we should always have something on our arms. I wouldn't even sometimes really do a spaghetti strap, and that could be like the old school in me. I would always do something with the little, you know, how it's a little two finger, at least maybe like here, nothing spaghetti strap unless I had a cardigan over it. So she looks fine. You can separate the pieces, like you can wear those boots with a pencil skirt and a jacket or something like that. But you don't want to look like this when you go to your events, either your social events, because not your social, but your networking events, because that look kind of like mediocre to me. And I know we'll probably get questions about that. People like, oh, I wear my blazer and a top and my skirt. I wear those things to events, but there are ways that you can elevate the look so people are intrigued about wanting to get to know you. So I don't even want you looking like this, because this is just average. And we want to be above average. So let me show you what some things that you can looking at are real simple. Okay, so this should be the goal when you go out to your events. So real simple. They have on solid colors. They really don't have on any print. The young lady with the leopard print skirt on, she has on a red jacket and a white shirt and black shoes. So her fun is a leopard print skirt. So if you're a type of person like, oh, I'm not wearing leopard print, I don't want to wear print at my bottom half, that's fine. You can wear that print up top if you want to. And you see how clean these ladies look? It's real simple. But however, it is a step up from what we saw on the last slide. Pencil skirt, a A-line skirt. She has on capris. They have on heels, and they don't have on really, really high heels. And the young lady has on a chunky heel, which those are back in style for a person that says, oh, I don't want to wear heels. And then you can find a nice wedge as well. So I wanted to show this one because a lot of ladies aren't into prints like that, and a lot of ladies aren't into very loud and vibrant colors. Some ladies like to really kind of be a little even keel when they go out, and they like their wardrobe to stay classic. They don't really want to get into trends, and that's fine as well. So that's why I wanted to show you these 4 looks. This should be the goal. So please follow me on social media. All of my social media is at Styles by Katrina on all platforms. So that's Instagram, that is Facebook, that is Snapchat, that is TikTok. Yes, I'm on TikTok too, honey. I know I may be a little bit too old for TikTok, but I'm on there though. And you can go to my website at stylesbykatrina.com if you wanted to schedule an appointment. And like I said, I'm so excited that they have me here. And make sure you come to session 3.
Awesome. Well, we are so excited. That was awesome as usual. Yes. And so now we appreciate it. I'm gonna just do an overview of what we talked about. So first off, y'all making sure that you provide the best image, because as Miss Lee-Jones stated, it's your book cover. People won't open it up until they see something that intrigues them, and making sure that your image and how you want to be perceived, you display that at all times. And like she said, look fabulous. Always look fabulous, because you
All
never
the
know
time, honey, even
who
at the
you might
grocery
come.
store.
Right. You don't know who you might come into contact with. So
Exactly.
awesome. So we're gonna open up the floor for questions. Some of the ones that I got while over here says, first, have you ever experienced imposter syndrome? And if so, in what ways did your wardrobe support you in navigating through it?
Now, so we're not going to assume that everybody knows what imposter syndrome is, right?
Right. So to give a little definition here, context, imposter syndrome is typically a sentiment you might feel when you have an opportunity that you feel is, supernatural, or maybe you feel like it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, but then your inner self, your self-sabotage starts to peek through, and you think, oh, maybe I'm not meant to experience this particular situation. I'm not good for this situation. And so you tend to self-sabotage or talk yourself out of it.
Well, personally, no. As like, I don't know, you know, not to ask me that question, no ma'am. Because every opportunity comes my way. All the things that I've been through, and I think this is how people should think about it. When an opportunity comes your way, you need to think about it in two ways. We all have intuition. And if that intuition is kind of steering you wrong and you feel uncomfortable, then you might want to say, oh, I don't know if I need to do that. And then you have that place where, oh, I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have the capacity to do this. I don't know if my skill set is going to allow me to do that. I believe that's when our self-sabotage comes into play, because that means something is telling you that you're not able to do this. But if you were blessed to get the opportunity, you are able to do it. And you need to think about your past that's helped you, all the things that you've been through, the things that you've tried and failed. And I always tell people, listen, failure is not really failure. Failure helps you succeed, and we should fall forward. And there's nothing wrong with failing. If you look at all these people, the Einsteins and the Fords and all these people, they failed hundreds of times before they were successful. And I think this generation has that little thing where they hate to fail, they feel shameful about it, they feel embarrassed about it. They need to let that go. Because if you don't fail, how are you going to know when you succeed? Like, this generation need to let that go. They need to let the imposter syndrome, all this stuff that people will be talking about, because you gotta think, our grandparents, our grandparents, they ain't have all this stuff that people talk about now, but they were able to succeed to help our parents that were able to do better, which helped us that we could do better, and then our children can do better. So for me, no ma'am, I don't get into any of that imposter syndrome. If your gut telling you no, then you know what that means. When your gut telling you no, then don't do it. But if these other things coming in your mind, like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. Oh, what if I don't have enough time? Or what if I can't find the right people to help me? Or what if my staff can't do it? That you need to let go, because all the things you've done in your past has helped you gain this opportunity. Your name came up in that room. You submitted whatever application you did. You thought you were able to do it then. So why, when you get the opportunity, that you can't do it now? Like, duh, no ma'am. Be free from that, people. Be free from that. Let it go.
I love it. I love it. The next question we receive is how much should personality reflect on one's image?
A lot. You know that song, that little ratchet song my son had me listen to, and say a lot. I didn't even know the name of it, but I was like, what is that song? I said, say a lot. I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that, but I just use it a lot. I have a big personality. I love people. I love color. I love prints. And when people see me, they're probably going to be like, oh, I know Katrina's going to have on a print, a bold color. And if I don't, they're like, oh, are you feeling okay today? I'm like, I'm fine. Why are you asking me that? Oh, well, you don't have on any color, girl, because maybe I ain't feel like putting on no color today. But I'm fine. You know what I mean? So that's how so many people are used to me wearing certain things. So when I don't wear it, they're asking me, am I okay? I have solid color. I have black and white and navy in my closet too. You know, sometimes I can wear those colors too, but I don't wear them very often without something else. So your personality most definitely should be into your brand image. If you are a woman where you like classic pieces, that's fine. There are beautiful classic pieces out there that you can invest in, that you should incorporate in your wardrobe. If you're a woman that you love pink, who cares if your entire wardrobe is pink? Add a little white in there sometimes, add a little orange in there sometimes, add a little red in there sometimes. You shouldn't be because like, oh, you always wear pink. Yeah, honey, that's my color. You know what I mean? If you're a lady that looks great in yellow, why not wear yellow? If you look awesome in it, and every time you look in the mirror and you have on that yellow and you feel good inside, what do you think people feel when they see you in that yellow? They probably won't say it, but they're like, she looks really good in that yellow. Some people are going to give you the compliment, but some are going to just walk by and like, wow, she looks amazing. And it's just your color, and it does something to you, and you're able to see that. So I most definitely think your personality should be in your wardrobe. And if it's in your shoes, if you like to wear printed shoes, girl, it's a lot of funky stuff out there now. Go ahead and buy those, hot pink shoes. Go ahead and buy those neon green shoes. It's okay. And wear it with your black and white. See that? I gave you a whole look just that quick. Don't do it. Yeah.
And the last question we have here says, what recommendations would you provide to blossoming women entrepreneurs and those seeking to revamp their image on a budget?
Well, we talked about the foundation, so let's get those things out the way. And in our session 3, I'll give you more detail on some things that you can add to your wardrobe that will help build your wardrobe. But I would say you most definitely need to have certain pieces like a blazer, a nice pair of shoes, a nice pair of pants. And I would always recommend, if you're on a budget, just say, if you say, okay, I have $150 to spend. Women, the best time to shop is a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, because most retailers are going to have their specials during those days. Trust me, I know. I worked retail for over 20 years. And Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And another thing, join all of the reward programs to your favorite stores. And you know how when that sales associate and that cashier say, ma'am, can I have your number? And you're like, girl, give them your number. Give them your email address. Because you know what that's going to do? Sometimes they have specials. Sometimes they have 30% off, 40% off just for those reward members. So when you get that email or you get that text in your favorite store that they have in this, and just think about, what if this jacket that you were looking at was maybe $175 and you're like, oh, I'm gonna wait. You get that email and they say, oh, we're having 30% off for our rewards. When you get in the store, make sure you show the code, or if you order it online, here's what you need to use. So here it is, you got that jacket for $100, that was $175. Now you got that additional 30 or 40% off. So I would say, first of all, join those reward programs in your favorite stores. If you see an item and if it's not in your budget at the time, wait on it. It'll go on sale eventually. Like I said, I worked retail for over 20 years. You can order online, but get some basics first. Meaning, like I said, the jacket, a nice white top, a nice pair of pants, a nice pair of shoes. Get those pieces first, and then you can mix and match with some things that maybe that are less expensive. And then that's how you build your wardrobe. But we'll talk more about that in session 3. So that means you got to come back. So I'm not giving you all the tea, honey.
That's right. I'll make sure. And
yeah,
that's very good information. So I know I need to go on Fridays through Sunday to go shop. This is the best day. Awesome. Well, again, thank you all, everyone, for attending, participating in today's session. And a tremendous thank you to our speaker, Ms. Katrina Lee-Jones, for sharing about image, building your image, for success. Tune in, like she said, for the final webinar on our 3-part branding series, Winning with Wardrobe. And you can register today via Eventbrite. So don't wait. And then for more information about the Greenwood Women's Business Center, make sure that you go to our website to learn more about membership details, join our Buy Black directory, and look at ways to certify your business with our Buy Black and Black-owned certification program. So you can find all of those at our website at greenwoodwbc.org. And you can also get information about us at info@greenwoodwbc.com. Okay, until next time, thank you so much again. Y'all have a good week.